Overwatch 2, being a class-based shooter, only slightly worse than TF2, is famous for its iconic abilities. Usually it's some simple abilities like double jump, sprint, or shooting a sun-based splash time bomb which will explode upon reaching a certain damage threshold and will explode on the enemy hit or and it gives you flight. Many of those abilities are thrown in the direction of your enemies and they disappear shortly after. Others are time-based, where you can use them and they will keep you company for a while, but eventually they will disappear, just like Leafy is here. But one special kind of those impressive skills does not care about the time dimension. Those pesky items are here to stay as long as the planet is spinning, or until someone farts on them. Today we're taking a closer look at the toys of Overwatch, or more specifically objects that are placeable by some of our heroes and stay on the map infinitely. And as you might imagine, toys are supposed to bring you fun and joy to their users, so quite simply I'll be doing my very own tier list, which Overwatch toy is objectively the best, and swiftly explain my choices. A good question may arise from the brave comment section: "Oi, hey simply, what's the point of this video anyways?" And to answer your question, let me ask you this: why are you breathing? Overall, let's firstly specify some core features of the toys I'm about to mention, so we have a strong rule set as to what counts and what doesn't. What I'm considering as a toy in Overwatch is a placeable object that will not disappear after any time period. One object that comes to mind and isn't going to appear on this list is Baptiste's lamp, which overall makes a very fun toy. Who doesn't like throwing around objects all over the place? But unfortunately the immortality field commits self-destruction after a few seconds, so sadly it doesn't meet the standards, as any toy that self-destructs after a few seconds is not a very good toy, isn't it? Another important rule is that our toys must do something to the player's HP directly, so in other words, do damage or fix the mistakes of your miserable allies. This means Sigma's barrier is also being skipped, because an object that is only good at being destroyed doesn't sound like a very fun toy. It doesn't even look like one in the first place. And lastly, a toy, as the name suggests, should be fun, and we'll get to that in a moment. So with all of those technical mumbo-jumbo stuff behind us, let's find out what is the best toy in Overwatch 2. Starting with the weakest position on our list, which will be taken by the odd one out, that is the Illari's pylon. It's the kind of toy that you yourself don't enjoy that much, but everyone else around you will. Depending on where you place it, you either can have fun with it by yourself, but everyone else will complain about you being selfish, or you can try sharing it with others and achieve the tiniest amounts of dopamine in your life. Sure, it's useful, but is it fun? You throw it somewhere hard to reach by the enemies and the pylon just exists on its own. It's like a cactus. It becomes a boring decoration on a windowsill and it's hard for anyone to get rid of it. Usually your parents, because it has some sentimental value, but overall if it's gone there isn't much of a difference. A little bit depressing segment, but I promise you it only gets worse. I mean better. Because next up on our list will be Junkrat's trap. This one is the equivalent of those slowly hatching dinosaurs you put in the water, checking on it from time to time with care when all of the sudden one day it finally hatches. Hooray! Bringing you a freshly caught moron who happens to step into your trap, rewarding you with an easy frag and an option to begin the fun all over again. The trap on its own, when it exists in some dark alleyway, doesn't bring much joy, but when the time comes, boy, the excitement is as great as the goddamn Christmas morning. Surely catching some random unfortunate soul is way better than this stupid pylon, but you know what's even better? Widowmaker's Venom mine might be one of the most underrated toys in this game. Not only is it an entertaining one, watching as the enemy caught slowly perishing, but it's also a very useful one. It's like the slimy hands you get from those dispensers in supermarkets. You can throw it all over the place and be annoying left and right, but you can also catch some objects from far away without the need of standing up and moving your fat ass from the couch. This usefulness comes in the form of revealing your enemies in-game and being able to watch their every move through solid terrain. Once per full moon, you might even get that miracle trick where the enemy who stepped in the trap will die. Don't even get me started with the strategic placements of this trap, as Junkrat's trap can only lay on the floor. But the venom mine can be on the wall, under the ceiling, under your bed, basically everywhere. All of the toys I mentioned are fine, but how are they going to keep you company? Well, Symmetra's turrets surely do check that requirement. With the possibility of having up to 3 of them at once, they are like collectible action figures. Just like the venom mine, they can be placed everywhere, on the shelf, on your desk, or in the jar. No, okay, no wait, don't put them in the jar. The slimy hand is cool, but it can't frag people as consistently and effectively as the action figures. They even come in different colors. Yay! Supporting you with the power of imagination and making the enemies jealous by having more damage and limbs at the end of each match. What's so nice about them is that they are very easy to play with. There is no need to read a 200-page manual on how to be efficient with them, just placing them around is enough for them to shine. But what if you do want to put more care into your toy? What if you want to have a companion that will be your friend till the end of time? You don't want 3 tiny action figures, you want one big LMG Nerf gun. Well, this job can only be fulfilled by the one and only turret. Torbjorn, being the wonderful mechanic he is, he took the phrase "go make some friends" quite literally. The turret is precious, the turret is important, and the turret likes to kill people. When you lose one of your action figures, you don't give a single flying boomerang. But when your Nerf gun breaks, the world is basically dead. It's such a wonderful feeling to have a toy that can be your friend at the same time, and that friend is also way more useful than your teammates in game. If you're not convinced this toy is one of the best, remember that the game gave you the tool to repair Jerry. It shows you can give care and put effort into maintaining the beautiful machine that is your turret. But you could also press a single button to put it out of this world. But you know what's even better? A trampoline. You're lying if you say you never wanted to have a trampoline, and luckily for us, Junkrat once again comes in to save the day with his portable concussion mines. These explodey boys serve so many purposes, like having the option to flank, quick mobility tool, a damage finisher, a one-shot combo. You can even combine the mine with the trap to create some sort of Power Ranger Megazord, which will one-shot people even on the other side of the map. But in my opinion, still the most fun you can have in this game is blast jumping around. There is a reason Soldier in Team Fortress 2 is such a popular class, and Junkrat's mines give a glimpse of what it feels to have such powerful mobility tools at disposal. This trampoline is great because, as I said, you can also kill people with it. In short, the title of the most fun and joyful toy in Overwatch 2 goes to Junkrat's mines, because if you need more convincing, you have 2 of them at your disposal opposite to single-use garbage. I'm sorry, Jerry, but if Torbjorn would also be equipped with 2 lethal trampolines, I'd not even consider having you back. That will conclude this absolutely goofy list. We need those stupid videos from time to time for absolutely no reason. If you enjoyed, make sure to have fun pressing those buttons below the video and check out the other videos in the outro if you want to. Wink wink. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye.